Today's video is sponsored by Brunt Workwear. Well, the winter storm has finally arrived. Started snowing here about an hour or so ago, and it's supposed to snow for like the next 24 hours or more. And they say we'll get about 10 inches of snow. We'll have to wait and see, but we're gonna go ahead and stock up everything on firewood. We're gonna do that here, and then we're gonna get some over at the shop too. Well, these two are frozen together. They're frozen pretty hard, actually. Oh, there we go. Whatever type of wood this is sheds a lot of bark. Bunch of trash in here. We'll do like a bucket brigade with firewood. All right, that ought to cover us for a few days, and everything else that's left in there is all just trash.
All these little grass things makes me think that they're a mice nest.
That probably is a mouse nest. You want to check it?
Nope.
You want to touch it?
You can hold on. Let me get
Why are you going to run away?
Yep.
I don't think there's any mice left in it. I think you about got her filled up. You even tried to fill up the front here.
Yeah. I thought it would help keep stuff from falling.
All right, I think we're good on firewood now.
I gotta blow the porch off.
So one of the downsides of firewood is that it does bring in a lot of trash. So that's why we only bring in a few logs at a time, and it ends up making a lot of trash on our porch as well. When it's cold weather like this, we definitely stop pretty often to come inside and warm up. And of course, Rebecca's favorite place to warm up is the fireplace. She kind of cooks herself like a rotisserie chicken up there. So yesterday was the day we went and got the calves, and it was a long day. Garrett, one of our boys, his car broke down on his way to work. He made it all the way to work, but it is either the water pump or a radiator hose. He pretty much lost most of his antifreeze on the way to work, so we had to run the Ford Edge, our extra vehicle. We ran that up to him last night. We didn't get home till like after 10. It was a long, late day yesterday. And ever since yesterday, I don't know if we've really felt like we got warmed up. It's just we've kind of felt cold ever since yesterday. It was a pretty rough day. Don't really plan on spending too much time outside if we don't have to. All right, break time's over. Time to head back out here and feed the livestock, check the water. Got a heat gun just in case we need it.
I can't step on the side, the running gear of this, because I'm gonna fall off.
Maybe you'll make it in.
Yeah, I'm klutzy, so.
I ain't gonna argue with that. So now that we pulled up here, I guarantee they're all gonna come up here to the feed trough. Most of them are way back at the other fence line feeder, but they'll be up here pretty quick. I told you they'd all make it up here. Yeah, you guys are ready. Got to beat them to the feed trough.
Come on.
Larry, get out of the feeder. Are you guys crunching away? Teddy, they're not letting you in there, buddy. You need to squeeze in there between them sheep. You're bigger than they are. Our hose is frozen. We've got to take it back to the shop, thaw it out. Good. There you go. We're bucket brigading it now. I think I pretty well filled it up. Rebecca cracked the door so that it'd stay warmer in here. Hey, we got a couple eggs. She checked earlier today. So these are pretty fresh.
It's like 22 in here. It's like a sauna compared to the outside. Oh.
Don't trip on my hose.
I wasn't watching where I was stepping. Since all the other cats.
Rebecca's decided to make a cat bed for Callie. How much bedding does she need, girl?
Well, she might want a lot. It's cold. What do you think of that? Night, everybody. They're stuffing their bellies before they go to bed.
So like I said earlier, today's video is sponsored by Brunt Workwear. And today I am wearing the Brunt Tora pants. These are a lightweight, durable work pant, and they were comfortable from the moment I put them on. So these work pants, they are built for movement. The fabric is made so that it stretches in both directions. And when we got them out of the box, one of the first things Rebecca noticed is that the knees are actually sewn differently than a standard pair of work jeans. They're sewn in a way so that the pants articulate around your knee as you bend down. So these pants move with you as you work in all those awkward positions. And on top of that, the fabric has a DWR water-resistant finish to help keep you dry on those rainy days. I really like the oversized pockets, and both front pockets are reinforced for clips, and they have an additional self-closing pocket that is perfect for your cell phone. So if you're looking for a lightweight, durable work pant, check out the Tora by Brunt and get $10 off your first order by going to bruntworkwear.com/countryviewacres. That's bruntworkwear.com/countryviewacres. I'll leave a link in the description. Rebecca is cooking away, chopping up probably a pound of bacon right there. Trying a new recipe tonight.
Potato corn chowder.
Yeah, potato corn chowder. We'll see how this turns out. It may be a new family favorite. You never know. All right, there it is. This is the potato corn chowder. Hopefully you can tell it's full of shredded chicken in there. Looks like there's more meat and potatoes than there is soup. Well, it's the next day now and the snow has stopped. And I did go out and measure it with like a yardstick, and it looks like we got about 9 inches of snow last night. So I'll probably end up having to clear some snow today. We're definitely snowed in a little bit. But the first thing I want to do is I want to head out to the workshop. I need to get it warming up, get the fire started, because we will do some woodworking out there this afternoon. All right, let's go ahead. We'll go outside. We'll get the vehicles cleaned off. We've got to take care of our chores. We'll do some snow plowing. And then after that, hopefully we can stay warm in here, working on Rebecca's bookshelves.
Pretty light, pleasant snow.
It's gonna be a cold start. See how the old Deutz engine does. Sounds a little rough there for a second. You want me to shovel?
There's not very many places to put all this snow. I was getting tired.
Understood. A lot of people die of heart attacks trying to shovel snow. I did go out and check the livestock about 8 o'clock last night, and they were all in the white barn except the 2 new calves. And they were out by themselves in the carport. So, but they seem to be okay. We'll check them this morning, see how they are. Well, we got the small trough filled up, but this hose it's frozen too. So we got another hose to take to the shop. All right, we got it. Well, we can get in. Oh, they didn't drink too much since last night. All right, there's only one water trough that was low. We got it filled up. And the calves seemed fine. They were around the hay feeder over here eating. So I think we'll go ahead and plow some snow while this hose thaws out.
I may have to feed the cows because they're all screaming. I feel guilty.
There's a lot of snow in there. Their trough was completely full. Look out, boys. I'm trying to sweep it out so that way you're not eating so much snow. Get out of there. You're going to hurt yourself. That'll be slippery.
Oliver.
No, you guys aren't helping. You guys pretty good.
Well, sorry. Ollie, you always get some on your head.
That's a long frozen hose.
I feel like singing, hi ho, it's off to work I go.
You're not that short, honey. This is not very good firewood. It'll work.
No in them.
Yeah, here, let's just toss them over here. Full of leaves too.
Yeah.
That's a bad. That board's coming loose. All right, I should be able to plow this. Well, I think I said earlier that the snow had stopped, but it really only stopped for a few minutes. So we're still getting snow accumulation. All right, we'll go put a bucket on, start plowing some snow. I don't think it's on all the way. Got all that snow packed in behind it, which is what I was trying to avoid. Still don't want to close. All that snow got packed in behind the attachment plate. I was trying to avoid that, but I pushed some in there. Yeah, now it's packed in there like ice. This is the tightest fitting implement I have. There's like no wiggle room in this thing. Yes, there we go, about time. All right, we're gonna plow off in front of the workshop first, make a spot for us to park our vehicles, and then I'll get the whole driveway. All right, Rebecca's gonna come out here. She's gonna move the vehicles over, and then I'm gonna go ahead down the driveway. I'm just gonna use a grater blade, and we'll plow it to each side of the driveway. Around this circle drive, I'm gonna try to plow most of the snow to the middle. and just try to pile it up in here. There's quite a bit of snow. We're gonna make some big piles. All right, I got the driveway plowed good enough for now. And this is the most snow I can remember since I was probably a kid. Seems like definitely the most snow we've had since we've lived out here. And it still may continue to snow for the next 4 or 5 hours. I can fit a third one in here. One thing I don't like about this stove, doesn't have much capacity. I forgot to turn on the fan. It does have a blower built in. Blows air through the back of this and then out, heats the room. Well, we're up to 55 degrees in here right now. That's warm enough for me to work, but I bet Rebecca will want it a little bit warmer. My bibs are too long, so they got rolling. We'll end up full of straw. And snow today. Don't want all this snow melting in the house. So I think the next thing I want to tackle on the home library project is I want to start working on the actual bookshelves that go at the top, and they need to fit this space, go across this rafter tie here, go down that rafter over there. It's going to be kind of an odd shape. Some of this is a little bit hard to measure. Some things are easy to measure. So hopefully we can calculate up exactly what this is supposed to be, the size. So I can easily measure how wide I want the shelves to be. I can measure the side over here to just below this rafter. And then I can measure the height up to the rafter tie. The rest of this is a little bit hard to determine, but I think we could be able to kind of mathematically calculate it out. But the problem is this is like 5 foot 7 inches wide, and it's 5 foot 1 inches tall, which is bigger than a single sheet of plywood. A plywood sheet is 4 feet wide, so we're gonna have to combine a couple sheets of plywood together to make the back of the shelves. So what I think I'll do is once I have my final dimensions for this triangular shaped shelf, we'll have to combine 2 sheets of plywood to make that total dimension. And we'll probably cut like a tongue and groove, try to glue the 2 sheets of plywood together. But that glue seam, I think it'll be really hard to make it where that's like perfect and you don't even notice that it's glued together. So we'll probably try to do it at a height where there's gonna be a bookshelf, like a shelf going across, and then that shelf can cover up that glue joint and then you'll never know it was there. At least that's what we're aiming for. So these rafter ties, they're supposed to be an 8/12 pitch, but they're probably not exactly that. So I've got like a little angle gauge here, and I've checked my wall, and the wall right here seems to be 0 degrees straight up and down. And when I check my rafter, it seems to be right around 53 to 54 degrees, right in that area. And when I put it on this rafter, it's closer to like 52 degrees. So probably shoot for 52, 53 degrees. And then hopefully, since we know the rough angle, we can calculate up the length of the top, and hopefully we can make this the right size. And the other day I went and got some more sheets of oak plywood. I've got a couple of 1/2-inch sheets here. This is what we're gonna make the back of the bookshelves out of. The sides will be made out of the 3/4 inch plywood. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get these slid out of here, start cutting them down. Oh man, that's a reach. So on my router, I've got what they call a slot cutter, and this is gonna cut the groove in our plywood. It's gonna cut a 1/4 inch groove. We're gonna do that in the larger sheet, and then we'll take this smaller sheet here and we'll cut a tongue on it using the table saw. There we go, we got our groove in that sheet. All right, there we go. That is the tongue we have on the edge of the plywood there. So now we see if we fit them together. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if it fits together. All right, they fit together. Not perfect. I mean, it's just sitting here. It's not clamped yet, but you can see, definitely see where it goes together. But when you step back, looks pretty good. Get a little bit of glue in here, and we'll clamp it together. Oops, don't go. Well, if we look outside, it's starting to get darker out there, so we better head out, do our evening chores, and call it a day. Got all our hoses.
Cow's chasing us.
Get that over here, and the end of it's already froze. Wouldn't turn. It's full of ice now too.
We got that heat gun out there. But...
Well, we may need it. It is packed full of ice already just from dragging it, I guess, in the snow in the truck. What the heck? Nala, get off me. I'm not Rebecca. Probably not good weather to get yourself wet. Maya, stop it. You're gonna make ice everywhere. Yeah, the sunset looks pretty cool right now. Kind of a purple to yellow. Well, I think we survived the big winter storm.
Well, I still have to survive getting to work.
Well, hopefully the roads are clear tomorrow morning.
Hopefully.
Pretty much the worst thing that happened was the frozen hoses.
Yeah.
That and a lot of snow to deal with, but.
Yeah, but the wind chill is going to be the worst tonight.
And be pretty cold tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're still probably going to be fighting freeze-ups, but the snow's plowed. We didn't lose any power. I don't think anybody around here lost power. So, all good. So, I think that's going to wrap up this video, guys. So, we hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next one.
There, Ollie's fighting that steer again. Oh, well, he's messing with everybody. He's being crazy. Look at him. We got snow flying.